Number 2, reading aloud your daily text.
女权社会，例如墨西哥的贾西坦，此地正是对照男权社会最佳的例子。女性在此社会中控制财务、经营事业，并且能够说一种以上的语言。贾西坦的社会是和谐、快乐以及和平的。
Hi everybody, welcome back to the second part of our class. It's reading time, not silent reading, it's reading aloud time, so you can practice your reading, your speaking, and pronunciation skills all at the same time. I will read the article aloud first, and then it will be your turn to read it aloud in a very loud voice so everyone can hear you. Here we go. Women-dominated society. What would it be like if women ruled society? Most of us can only imagine what a matriarchy or a society ruled by females would be like. However, it is a reality for people who live in Yucatan, a city in Mexico. Yucatan is located in the state of Oaxaca. In contrast to many male-dominated societies, which are no strangers to conflict, it is a peaceful and harmonious place. Among the Zapotec people who are indigenous to Yucatan, women are in charge of the family finances. They are the entrepreneurs and merchants. A visit to the Yucatan marketplace will show you many stalls filled with goods for sale, attended by women. The women speak both Spanish and their native language, Zapotec. They are capable and outgoing, and they switch effortlessly between the two languages as they talk and joke with passers-by. The dominant role that women take in Zapotec society is an integral part of people's history. Before Europeans came to the Americas, Zapotec women were already establishing trade routes throughout Mexico and Central America. The self-assurance that Zapotec women have today comes from a knowledge of this long tradition. From infancy, girls are taught that running the market, tending to finances, owning businesses, and playing a role in politics are all women's jobs. In fact, the women believe that men don't have a good head for business. They are soft and need the guardianship of women, a Zapotec woman remarks. Only women know how to look after the money. Men have a different kind of brain. They are good for nothing but making babies. Does this type of thinking seem unusual? In fact, it's not as uncommon as you might think. Sociologists believe that there were many matriarchal societies in the ancient world. Matriarchal societies were once very common in the area surrounding Yucatan and among the Zapotec. More than 90% of the people still practice this old way of living, and it seems to be a very successful way. Yucatan stands out compared to many male-dominated societies for being self-sufficient rather than poor, and tolerant and peaceful rather than conflicted. For among the Zapotec, it seems no one is an outcast. Single and unmarried mothers are accepted by the society, as are gays and lesbians. In other places, these individuals might be branded as outcasts, but not in Yucatan. While some societies are used to imposing their values upon others, among the Zapotec, the policy is to live and let live. Everyone is allowed to live in dignity. The result is a population that is happy and peaceful. Does this society discriminate against men? Some might feel that it does because of the people's belief that only women are equipped to handle finances and that men should spend their money would spend their money foolishly. Nevertheless, this seems to be a happy and harmonious society. Many say that there is a balanced division of labor between men and women. Women are free from male authority, and there is a peaceful and happy coexistence between them. Perhaps the world could learn something from the native people of Yucatan. That's it for our article. What an interesting article. It turns the tables. It's, I know here in Taiwan, quite often the boys or the males are more important to many families. But in this society in Mexico, the women are the bosses. And the women even say, well, men are soft in their head. They're not very smart. And they're only good for making babies. Now, that is a total turnaround. Okay, but it is really interesting. What I believe is that each individual is good on their own, whether they're male or female. Everyone has the equal right to be able to do well, and that is also their responsibility. Now that's it for our reading today. Time for you to read this article aloud and also to think about the content. Now let's move on to the next part of our class.